That's part of the reason this is a very exciting trial, because you get to see them testify.
Yeah.
They will each take the stand, and we all understand they're both actors. So
Yes.
they're both accustomed to lying. It's a very different thing when you're watching someone who know this is a person who's used to playing a role, and that they know that this is a role that they really have to sell on the first take, and they practiced it. They practiced their testimony. They had not been ready for the cross. You watched the cross very carefully. When I was covering the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, victim number one, Jane, was someone who's been an actress for 20 years. And it's like, and her testimony to me, it rang as being based in truth, but maybe not completely truthful. That's how, like, certain times when she cried, I was like, it feels staged. That to me. And yet, to all the other people who were viewing, they were like, oh my God, I can't believe when she cried. I almost started crying with her. I was like, really?
Interesting.
Really? I thought that was such.
You're the only one who's paying attention. Yeah.
Maybe.
You might be.
But yeah, but there's only 150 people who saw it. So it's like, but all the people in the room with me, they were all like, oh my God, that was so sad. And I was just like,
and you're over here like you're all a bunch of idiots.
I was like, maybe she was, I don't know. I didn't even get that. My gut said something's not on here.
Yeah.
And sometimes this is one of the things I'll tell you about gut instinct. I'm a very, very big believer in gut instinct, because I don't think there's such a thing as gut instinct. I think what it really is on a subconscious level. You will see something, you will hear something, and it will remind you of some situation where you saw the exact same sort of look in the eye, or the lilt in the voice, or whatever it is, and that you got a good or bad. You learned from that was fake, or that was very real, or whatever. So when you don't remember the situation, you don't remember what this is reminding you of. You can't make the connection in your brain as to when you heard someone say something like that before, or give that look before. You just know that it's just, but the overall vibe that you got from that sort of gets flashed back at you, and that's what I think is your gut instinct. So I think that gut instinct is actually experience talking to you on a subconscious level that you're not conscious of where that connection is coming from. And that's why I say, disregard your gut instinct at your own peril, because I'm a very, very big believer in that gut instinct is actually experience talking to you. So
interesting. Interesting. That's an interesting way of putting it. But I would agree that when your gut is telling you something, that you should at the very least listen to it. If not analyze it maybe a little bit further, but don't ignore it for sure.
Right. The one caution on that, I just want to dial back. The one caution is that sometimes we feel like, because we'll pretend that we have a gut instinct because we like the person, so we want to overlook things about that.
When it's really biased.
Yeah, that's really biased talking. So you sort of have to ask yourself, and that can work in a negative way also. So you have to ask yourself whether it's genuine gut instinct or whether it's bias in a particular circumstance. If it's a total stranger and you see it, there's no bias. So then you know it's genuine gut instinct. If it's someone who you have a relationship with, whether it's positive or negative, in that case, bias can certainly be playing a role. And there you should question your gut instinct a little bit more.